So guys, I just realized I haven't been recording with my iconic microphone, and I use this in every video. Y'all can actually freaking hear me. My hyperfixation is romance. I don't know what my problem is. People who generally are like hopeless romantics, and I feel like I'm not even in that category. I'm like a chronically online Gen Z version of this. Anyways, one of my favorite couples is Sid and Carmi from The Bear. Whoa. As if I didn't eat a whole thing of them before I made this video. Sid and Carmi, Brooke and Lucas from One Tree Hill, Spencer and Olivia from All American, Rick and Michonne from The Walking Dead. The list goes on and on. Scully and Mulder from X-Files. I know y'all seen my X-Files. When I say I'm chronically online, it's like I'm one of those people where I will watch edits of two actors in like their press interviews. I love watching other people interact because I'm constantly in my room every day, and I think it's become like a novelty to me to watch people interact with one another, because like again, I don't really get to have those interactions with other people because of social anxiety. I'm scared of being judged, so it's really all my fault, I guess. I live vicariously through like, because it feels like I'm in the room and I'm engaging in it and I'm not. Kind of the epitome of how lonely I feel. Getting this. Watched Corey and India's interviews back in like 2023 when Queen Charlotte came out. Truly living through them. What got me messed up was like I would check updates on TikTok about Taylor Russell and Timothy Chalamet when they did that indie movie All Bones back in like 2022. That movie was that press tour was sickening. Insert the clips. Romcoms, like While You Were Sleeping, that's my favorite rom-com. In the rom-com world, I love how men yearn for women. It's like the men who just generally are so curious about the people that they love. I know that exists in real life as well, but I think it's so much rarer. This lighting is so much better. I should have had this lighting. I should have filmed the video here. As you can see, I have an OTP wall of my favorite couples, because for me, when I see people and I see couples and like the way that their love story transitions, the banter, like for me, a good love story is like interaction. You see these rom-coms interacting with each other, even though it's platonic. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it. You just see moments of like pure joy, understanding of one another. Banter is like really understanding the other person and really seeing the other person, and then kind of adding your own flair. And as someone who feels very trapped in themselves, I observe to love is to be seen. Like I want my best friend to be the person I marry, and that's why I love friends to lovers and that trope. And so specifically with Taylor Russell and Timothy Chalamet, one, their energies at the time seemed like very aligned, and I feel like there were like moments where I felt like they saw each other, which is very parasocial. That's why I said I'm chronically online, but that like is that feeling that I want the love of my life to be someone who sees me. We don't have to be the same person. In fact, I hope we're not. Like I hope he's the extrovert and I'm just the introvert. That would be very, very cute. But I want to be seen. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm looking for like the little moments. Like it's not like the super physical stuff that I care about. It's the little things. It's the hand holding. Like just like cute little things of endearment that is like not too intimate. Those little cute things. First ever video on this channel was me giving you guys romance manga recommendations. My hyperfixation on romance has to do with not only loneliness, but like craving that love. It feels that like really deep void I have of like physical touch and just like attention in the romance department. Like I've never had any experiences with love, which I don't talk about because I really don't want my channel to be like male centered. I could talk about it forever, but like I really choose to be intentional with like what I want to put out there. So even in this video, like I'm not gonna talk about a man that long, not unless he's my future husband. So yeah, I said it. And you should you should lock in too. I don't like talking about men that much, but I think like the dating climate scares me because I'm very inexperienced. So for me, it's like I'm nervous about the dating field when I step into that, but I think that's why I'm really trying to get to know myself. Red flag. Void of like, I wish I had the middle school not really relationships when they were happening, and I wish I had the high school relationships when they were happening, and I just didn't, and there's that void. And I fill it by hyperfixating on like watching couple edits. Mind you, like I've talked about this, but the amount of couple edits that I have saved of like my favorite couples, insert the clips. One of my favorite things is to find romance in every single show. It could be a sci-fi thriller and I'm gonna find a couple to ship. That is not even a couple, mind you. Damon and Bonnie from Vampire Diaries should have ended up together. They're not a couple, but they're a couple in my mind, and they're going on my OTP wall. It should have been canon, but we know why. Racism. Fun to watch love and like analyze love, like I said, in love that I think could be forming. Like I said, for me, I love analyzing romance because I feel so detached from it in my own life, and I feel oftentimes unlovable. Like I do, I'm not gonna lie, and I know it's not even that. There are things that I need to work on by myself before I step into a relationship anyway, but it's just like sometimes I do feel that way, and being able to analyze these romances and like things that are potentially happening with these couples, these fictional couples that I watch on television, makes me feel a lot more attached to love and romance. Same thing with rom-coms as well. Very cheap temporary fix, but it's really not the permanent fix. The permanent fix would be actually experiencing love and romance for myself and talking about those experiences, but I have none. Whoa. So, and my nose got all stuffy. Thank you for watching. Also, I always want to have a conversation with you guys and just talk with you guys. So let me know if you feel the same way. Like, are you hyper fixated on interacting with each other / romance specifically? Do you seek it out in everything you watch and consume? Are you thinking about it constantly? Something that I did not mention is that I literally daydream about working with someone as an actor, like doing those press interviews and like bantering with that person. And people call it like maldative daydreaming because you're like daydreaming about something that like isn't supposed to happen instead of like living your life, and so that distracts you from living your life. And you know what, you're not wrong. That's really the problem in my life. I'm always daydreaming, but I'm never taking action. Bars. But anyways, sorry, someone caught me off guard because the hair was tea. Caught me off guard. Anyways, so yeah, I'm always like literally hyper fixated on romance. I'm talking like literally I watch like one romance edit a day to keep the sorrows away. Bars.